Hello everyone. I am Krystal the Mystic, and today we are here with a collective reading. I have already pulled some cards, and actually it's funny that this came up because it was something I was thinking about on my walk today. We are outside, so if you hear some outside noise, I apologize, but my babies are sleeping right now, my little angels, and I thought it was a good time to pull some cards. So I've already dialed into spirit. If you clicked on this reading, you must have resonated with the title in some way. So happy that you're here. If you are here for the first time, thank you for trusting me to read for you. And if you are back, then hello, welcome, and you know what it is. So let's see what's going on here. Five of Swords. Interesting that I was saying Five of Pentacles, because when I was shuffling the deck, I saw the Ace of Pentacles reversed twice, but it didn't want to pop out. So there's something about like a missed opportunity, and that definitely resonates with this Five of Swords and this Eight of Swords reversed, because there's something that you like deeply regret, or you feel like a missed opportunity or loss in some sort of way, and you feel like you've made a mistake, and that's probably because of your own. When it's upright, it's like self-limiting beliefs, but when it's reversed, it's like conditioned beliefs, like things that you didn't want to believe or feel, like a survival mode. Like that's not something that we like choose for ourselves. That's something that like happens because of our circumstances, you know? And I think that is what you're starting to realize is what happened is maybe there are some mistakes that you've made that you are realizing that weren't, while you are taking accountability for your actions in the process, you are understanding that the reason why you got there is not necessarily your fault. It's the culmination of the circumstances that you were dealt with. And I think you have been around a lot of judgmental people. Interesting. Okay, so I just saw 222 on the clock when I said that, and I recently put out angel number messages on my Instagram, and for 222, that message is stop obsessing. So you might be obsessing over a specific person or situation right now, and you might be a little more judgmental about that situation than you typically would be, because the Queen of Swords reversed, which is what this is, as well as Judgment reversed, it's like this is a call to action when it's upright, when it's like you finally have gained the perspective to be able to make an action with full intention, with full, I wanted to say resignation, which is an interesting word to choose, but if you finally understand what it is that you're doing and why it is that you're doing it, then you are able to make a more confident decision or action moving forward. And I think you might have had problems being able to do that because you weren't always seeing things clearly. You either have somebody in your life who is extremely judgmental, and you might be taking on that energy or surround. Ooh, the sirens going off. You might be very aware of that right now. You might have not always been like wanted to agree with that, or might have not always wanted to see that in this person, but I think you are very aware at how judgmental this person is and how it might be affecting you and your situation. Not to say that like they're the reason why you're like this is happening for you, because you know you are your own person and you make your own choices, but when we're around negative people, we can't help but pick up on that energy. You know, we are the culmination of the 5 people we surround ourselves with most. And if you are around somebody, or especially if this is like a parent of yours, it can, one, build insecurity in yourselves, build insecurities from just especially being parented by that kind of energy. Or it can also just make us see the world from an extremely limited or negative perspective. And I don't think that's what you want I don't think that's what you want, or I don't think that's how you truly see life, but I think that is sometimes how you feel just because that's the lens you know best. And it's okay to forgive yourself. Actually, that's so funny that I'm saying forgive yourself, because the card of the day that I posted on my Instagram story was forgive someone. And I said, whether this is somebody or yourself, it is time to allow yourself to feel those feelings and explore what potentially might be the root of the issue rather than the situation that you're mad at. Because sometimes we're mad at people because we feel rejected by them, or we feel abandoned by them, or betrayed, and all of those things are like root fears, but the situation that brings it up might not be why why you might not realize you're feeling rejected or abandoned within the situation itself, but that might be the root cause of what you're dealing with. And I think you might be kind of reflecting on this right now, saying like, okay, so the situation that I'm in, while I might have not turned myself into this version of me, I still have to acknowledge that this is how I'm showing up, and I might be regretful about certain things, but like, we're all human and we all make mistakes. Like, this is no shame. This is a no shame zone. Okay. Let me make that clear. As the air is, as the wind is blowing, I love that because, especially for air signs, for air suns and air risings, standing out while the wind is blowing is like a literal energetic cleanse. It, the wind literally takes energy away and it keeps it flowing. I think that's something that we don't, that's why we need to connect with the earth more, but that's a message for somebody in itself. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's whatever. I'm an earthy girl. But essentially this is saying that you can clear this out and you don't have to hold on to it like there's something wrong with you or that you're broken in some sort of way. You can't help the circumstances you were brought into, but you can change them. This is not a consequence of your circumstances. This is a result of them, and you have the ability to change that result. And that's what this message is about, that you are the Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Swords energy, whoever that may be, that it's not necessarily a male or female, but it is somebody that deeply affects your sense of stability and security. And that might have been a pattern. Like, this Queen of Swords might not have been one person. It might be a pattern that you deal with because that's the comfort zone of what you know and understand. But you want to be the Queen of Cups. So let yourself be. My daughter started randomly speaking. Like, she's like been awake and looking at me now. And now she's randomly just like babbling, smiling. And like, maybe people did hold you back, or maybe you did feel like you had to silence yourself from the things that make you feel happy, or the things that you like, or maybe just the happiness that you naturally exude, you might have had to dim because of certain people around you, because of their judgment, because they held themselves back, that you also felt like you did too, or you felt like you had to. But wow, the Four of Wands being underneath that, when you lean into this Queen of Cups energy, when you lean into that compassion, that empathy, that understanding, your emotional side, being more emotional available to yourself and the people around you, you will start to see the beauty of your life unfold rather than focusing on the negative things that have happened, will happen, could happen, the what ifs. Like, that's the energy that you might be in right now. But that there's a side of you that just wants to be like, yeah, everything's good. Everything's going to work out. And when you do start leaning into that emotional side, like just letting yourself, like viscerally feeling, you will start to see the beauty in your life like unfold in front of you. Don't shy away from that, because you have been guarded for a long time and you might have had people not been able to follow through for you. But you can cleanse yourself of that energy, and you can allow yourself to trust and believe in yourself, and that you can call that in. All right. So thank you as always for being here, for trusting me to read for you. I hope you enjoyed the outdoor energy because it was definitely very refreshing for me today. And I hope that you get some beautiful sunshine and good weather to rejuvenate yourself if that's what helps you. Go for a walk today. Spend out some time just breathing in the fresh air. I think it will be helpful too. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.